4 from your Kids Run Club at Home program. You're with me for week number 2 of our 8-week training program. If you haven't done so already, make sure you've registered for the program at kidsrunclub.ca. That way you're not missing out on our weekly emails that we send out, just keeping you in the loop and give you an idea of what's going on each week. Our theme this week is Hit the Trails. Trail running is one of my absolute favorite things to do, whether I'm actually running the trails or hiking them or just taking the dog for a stroll. Definitely the woods is the place to be, especially on a hot day in the summer. So what we encourage you to do is at least one of your runs this week should be on a new trail. If you're not familiar with trails in your area, go on to hikenovascotia.ca, or you can download Trail Forks or All Trails on your phone, and those will give you an idea of where some of the local trails are in your area. So things to keep in mind when you are trail running. First and foremost, let's talk about footwear. Running shoes are great. Trail running shoes are even better. The grippier the sneaker, the better it is for the trail. Make sure it's done up nice and tight. Things like Crocs and sandals really don't do well on the trail, so make sure you leave those at home and have your sneakers on. Next thing, let's talk about pace. You really don't want to be running the trail as fast as you would on the road or the sidewalk. Really think about your legs landing right underneath of your body and avoiding roots and rocks as much as possible, especially if it's wet. If the roots are wet, they become super slippery, so avoid stepping on roots as much as possible in those wet conditions. Next up is a nice vest, hydration vest or a backpack, so you can bring water because the trails do get hot in the summertime. Phone in case of an emergency, or in case you need to phone home and say, hey, we're having so much fun, we're going to be a little bit longer here. Snacks, first aid kits are another great thing to carry when you're on the trail. So the goal distances this week are: for the 2 kilometers, you're running 750 meters. For the 4 kilometers, you're running 1.25 kilometers. And for the 5 kilometers, you are running 2 kilometers this week. We do encourage you to run 3 times a week. One of them should be on a trail in your area. Have fun this week. Just enjoy the trails. Be safe out there. Make sure you are engaging with us at hashtag KRC at home. Every time you engage with us on Facebook and Twitter, you're entered into a draw to win a cool hoodie. If you're not comfortable on posting on social media, send me an email at info@kidsrunclub.ca and you'll be put in that draw as well. Okay, have fun on the trails. Be safe. I'm going to do my trail run here now. Up next is going to be your tip of the week video. Okay, bye guys. For this week's tip of the week, we're talking about the 5 P's of running. So first off, we're going to talk about proper warm-up. Then we're getting into pacing ourselves, pushing ourselves, a little bit of patience when it comes to running, and the 5th P we're going to leave until the very end. So let's talk about the first P. So we're talking about proper warm-up. So all we're talking about is about 5 or 10 minutes of movement in your yard. So think about doing some jumping jacks, some high knees, some bum kicks, maybe some burpees. Chase your animals around your yard. Just some sort of movement that get your muscles and your breathing ready for you to go on that run. When the door is open, it's not an all-out sprint and see how fast we could possibly do this run, because chances are, if you run really fast, it's unsustainable for the distance. So think about starting off slow, gradually picking up your pace, making sure the run is feeling comfortable. If you're getting side stitches, you feel like you're going to throw up, you can have a conversation with somebody next to you. Chances are you're running way too fast. So slow that pace down, make sure the run is feeling comfortable. Next up, you're talking about pushing yourselves a little bit. Perfectly fine to take walk breaks when you're out there, guys, but before you stop and take that walk break, think to yourself, I'm going to push myself a little bit. So maybe count your steps. Say I'm going to run 50 more steps. Run to the next lamppost, run to the end of the block. Pick some point ahead of you that you're going to push yourself a little bit before you stop and take that walk break. Because if you push yourself, the next time you go, chances are you're going to be able to run a little bit further, a little bit more comfortable if you're pushing yourselves a little bit on these runs. Number 4 is patience. We're only in week number 2 of our 8-week program, so not every single run is going to feel super comfortable all the time. Just have patience with it. I guarantee you, if you are doing your 3 runs a week, you are having a proper warm-up, you're not running too fast, you're hydrating on these really warm summer days, your runs will feel more comfortable as the program progresses. And our 5th P, one of my favorites, is make sure you go pee before you go out on your run. You don't want to have to hit up a stinky old porta potty as you're out there, or you don't want to have to bring some toilet paper and get extra creative on where you go and have a pee somewhere around your neighborhood. Okay, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching.